Hola, hola, bienvenidos. As you guys can see from the title, today we're doing Pando's eyeshadows update. I have an interesting update for you guys this month. There is a few changes. Oh, this never fails. This never fails. If you want to know my rules and how I go about this project pan, everything will be down in the description box. I have some explaining to do in this video. But first, if you're new, Alejandra, I go by Alex, eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash project pan. If that is something you want to continue to see on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with this video. Alrighty, folks. It is officially sweater weather. As much as I wanted to deny it, nope, our area is officially in sweater weather. We had like maybe 1 to 2 days of transition and then that was it, you guys. I am getting over a cold. On top of that, my whole household had a cold and I was the last one to get it. I'm still a little bit stuffy, but I am so much better than I was 3 days ago. So if I sound a little bit nasally, that's why. I also straightened my hair for the first time since I chopped it off and my hair has grown. Look at it. It was up to here. It grew. I didn't even realize how much it grew. So that's all the update that I have for you guys. So today I have my shadows in front of me, you guys. I have some things to explain to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so let's start out with this one right here. We had a full refresh last month. So all these shadows are new. This is the first time they're in here, the first month that I had used them. So there's none that are older or newer. So this one's the Lorac Pro. This is the California Dreaming palette, one of my all-time favorite palettes from Lorac. I love this one, and I'm not a fan of cool tone as much as I am warm tone, and for me to like this one, you know I love it. I rolled in the shade Kitty Cat. That is by far the best shadow in this whole entire palette, and my goodness, and it just reminded me how much I love it. I've been having so much fun using it. So as you guys can see, I had some usage on it. This was in a palette that was brand new. And as of right now, this is what it's looking like. It shows a little bit of a dip, like a slight dip. There is not much of a dip in here. I forgot how pigmented this shadow is. I do not need to dig. I do not need to use a brush. My finger is perfectly fine, and a graze of this shadow is more than plenty for both of my eyes. You guys, are so pigmented. I don't think I will hit pan on this shadow because it's just truly pigmented. I really, really do love it, and it's going perfectly well for this time of year. Now, I've only used it 9 times out of my 27 uses. I've been dabbling here and there on it. I've been concentrating on other shadows more, but I am going to go ahead and hone down more on it now that we are officially in the sweater weather type of season. So it'll go a lot with the time, especially today. It is pouring rain. We are getting the aftermath of the hurricane. So for the last day or so, it's been raining, and it's going to continue to rain for the next few days. So it is what it is. So anyway, I am going to keep this in here. I still have about 18 more uses before I can roll it out, and I think I will be able to do that for next month. The single that I rolled in was the Tarte Martini. So this one's a beautiful shade. I am wearing it all over my lid today. And this one is almost identical to the formula of this Lorac one. If you own these, you know how this one's it feels. It's exactly the same. You don't need to use a brush. You graze over it. My goal, obviously, is 27 uses. I don't think I'll hit pan on it. And I'll show you the picture of where I was. And you guys, here's where I am right now. You guys can see definitely that I have been using this a ton. I've used this 11 times, and almost all the 11 uses have been all over the lid like this. It is just a perfect everyday shade. It goes with browns, goes with blacks, it goes with purple, it goes with pinks, it just goes with anything, golds. I really, really like it. And again, I'm not using a brush with this one either. I'm using my finger, so I highly doubt I will hit pan on it. You graze over this shadow, and it's more than plenty for all over the lid. Both of these shadows that I'm sharing with you guys right now are very, very similar in formula, very, very similar in the way they apply and the way they look on the eyes. So you don't need a lot. And both are being used with my finger, which means Most likely you will not see pan on either one of these two. You're gonna see usage on it. This one has 11 uses. I have about 16 more uses, and then I can roll this out. So I think that both of these are gonna get rolled out next month, but they will not have pan because you don't need a lot with that. Okay, so then I had the shade from my Tarte, this one in the Shake Your Pom Poms. It's called Let's Bounce, which is the dark brownish purple shade. Oh my goodness, so pigmented, ridiculously pigmented. So I will show you where I was, where this whole entire palette was brand new, and now this whole entire palette has been used on my eyes. So I love this palette. It's so, so beautiful. And here is where we are right now, you guys. You can see that it has some disturbance, but this is ridiculously pigmented that I did not need a lot. I've reached my 27 uses. All 27 times have been used on a liner. There were some days where I did my makeup more than once in a day because I did it during the day, took it off, and then I had an event in the evening, so I've redid my whole entire makeup, so I was able to get to my 27 uses because the whole entire time I was using it as an eyeliner. My goodness, it is a beautiful eyeliner, absolutely stunning. It is the brown, but it gives you a hint of purple, and depending on what eye looks you pair it with, it looks gorgeous. So if I were to do it with this one, it looked more brown, but if I paired it with this Lorac shadow, it looked more purple-ish. So it was beautiful. And all of these shadows in here perform amazing and gorgeous. I did a whole look using all of these shadows. Loved the way my eye looked that day. It was beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love it. So I am going to roll this out because I did meet my 27 use goal on that, and I knew I have hit pan on a few Tarte shadows, but they have really taken me a while. Tarte mattes are not Tarte. Too Faced mattes are ridiculously pigmented. Tarte mattes are also as well, but the mattes on Too Faced, my goodness, they will last you a lifetime. So I knew I wasn't going to hit pan, and I was going to hit my 27 use goal on that one. So that's going to get rolled out. All right, last but not least, I had rolled in a Bare Minerals shade in the color Creme, no, it is Creme because cream is with an A. So it was the shade Creme. Here's what happened. I ended up using that shade 5 times. The 5th time I pulled it out, and I had individuals in this room, and when I pulled out that palette, they fell in love with the palette. And I am such a sucker. I very rarely say no when somebody loves a makeup product that I have, unless I'm really, really wanting it or wanting it for myself. So I ended up giving that palette to that person with an additional 3 more Bare Minerals palettes. You guys, I love to share, and I figured, you know what? I have plenty of these shades. It was a cream base shade. Why did I need any more of those? You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like it was a terrible thing to do, and I knew it was in a project pan, but I can roll something else in, and I'd rather have that person love the whole entire palette instead of giving it to them with one shade that had pan. So that palette is no longer in my life, with an additional 3 more from Bare Minerals that I thought I would never get rid of, but I am more than happy to share my things, and I'm not upset about it, and I didn't even think about it. Like, it's not something I'm losing sleep on. So I don't have that palette. I didn't hit my 27 use goal or my panning goal, but I figured, you know what, I'll roll something else in when the time comes, and here we are. Okay, so what does that mean? 2 shadows are staying in. I believe I'll hit my panning goal on those. I don't think I'll hit pan on those. I'm rolling this one out, and obviously the Bare Minerals one is gone out of my life already, so I don't have that one right now. But before we get into rolling in 2 new palettes, I want to share with you guys the color story that we have had since the beginning of this year. Alrighty folks, I have my eyeshadow palettes. As you guys know, I update my spreadsheet very regularly, and I update it, make sure everything is set by the 30th of each month. My iPad is currently dead, so that's why I'm using my phone. I have updated it on my phone, so it'll be fine. Sorry, my screen is dirty. So here we go with the first palette. Bare Minerals Aurora Lights. You guys, this is one. I guess the panning committee wants me to still do a Bare Minerals palette, which is fine. This is one I did not want to let go of, so I still have this one. And the second palette. Ooh, Juvia's Place Afrique palette. So let me go ahead and grab those two palettes and then we'll see which shades we will be panning. Okay, so here is the Bare Minerals Aurora Lights. I did a whole video on this palette and this is actually one of my favorites because it does have some color to it. So here is the palette. I have used it, I have swatched it, I played with it. There are 18 shadows in here. All right, let's randomize a shade. Come on. Number 3. Ooh, that's pretty. It's called Interstellar, which is this shade right over here. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like a light, soft, pinky shade. I could see myself using that as an inner corner. Oh, and these are the other two shades right here. So this is what our color story looks like so far. And then the Juvia's Place Afrique palette. Oh my goodness, there's 12 shades. So this is what this one looks like if you have not seen it. I've done a whole review on this, 2 looks, 1 palette, everything on it. And this is a beautiful fall palette. So I'm not actually mad that I got that one. All right. So now we're gonna do 12. The blue right over here, which is, oh goodness, it's a French name. Oh, but it is so soft and so pigmented. It is ridiculous. All right, you guys, so this is what our color story is looking like. I can tell you right now that that blue is going to be used as a liner. That blue will definitely be used as a liner. There's no way. Well, you know what? It is that time of year where I can get away with doing the blues. So maybe, I don't know. All right, so let's do a little quick summary and predictions of next month. I have a feeling that these two are definitely going to be rolled out. This one's going to be rather close because I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight, brow bone highlight. And then this one is a liner, but I don't think I'll use that one every time I do my makeup just because I don't want to do a blue liner every single time. So, yeah, this is what we have, you guys. It is starting to, it's interesting because now we're starting to completely get away from all the warm tones that I've been getting, and now we're getting into the cooler tones. And this is not me even trying to control this project pan. So we have, what about, and this is October, so we have basically one more round of shadows that I choose, and then that's it. So this is our second to last round before I end this project pan for the year. That is all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of my new color story. It's fun, different, and unique from what I had. And I don't see myself getting rid of any of these two palettes. No, I don't think I'll get rid of these two palettes. So these should be staying here till the next round. So thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.